What is up, guys? Today we're gonna do an oil change in the old practice bike, but as you can see, she didn't get cleaned after the last ride at MX101. That's like 3 weeks ago. I've been slacking, so first things first, we're gonna get this girl cleaned up. All right, guys, quad is cleaned. She's ready for her oil change. We're going to be using some Blud lubricants. Awesome products, guys. I highly recommend them. Been using them for just over a year. Great products. And we're going to change the oil filter with a high flow Filtro filter, HF140. Also been using those for years. Great products, no issues. Check them out. So quick cleaning with the hose with a little bit of Alco. You guys know about the Alco. Bang, right there, it's the stuff. Hose and no pressure washer, and I have to say it came out I think it came out pretty good. So just a quick cleaning. I didn't feel like dragging out the pressure washer, so not bad at all. So let's get this oil changed. All right, guys, so we got our drain pan, we got our tools, 12mm. You got your front drain bolt right in the front of the engine, and then you got the one on the side right here. So we'll go and remove those. There's one. See it right there, and then we'll get the one in the front. Luckily this GYTR skid plate has holes, so it's not too bad. You'll get a little bit of oil in the skid plate. You can clean it up after with a rag, and then once this is drained, you will put in 1,450 milliliters of oil of your choice. I recommend Blud lubricants. That's with the filter removed. Some of you guys may have one of those pretty cool JLS oversized oil covers, and that would require a little extra oil, so just pay attention to that if you are running one of those. I think some of his can run 100 extra milliliters, or even the large one, maybe I think it's 200. So you want to make sure you add the right amount of oil, and obviously you're going to check it when you're done. Start it up, let it run for 5 minutes or so, and then check it and add as needed. Alright, so we got this draining, so we'll go around the other side and remove the oil filter. Alright, guys, so here we are. We're going to remove these 3 bolts right here. Get this oil filter out. Now be careful when you take this cover off, guys, because there are 3 tiny O-rings, and sometimes when you pop the cover off, they can fall. They can fall into your oil pan, they can fall on the frame, or even, you know, over here somewhere. Make sure those are back in place, because if you put the cover back on with one of them missing, you will leak oil kind of like that. Maybe not as bad, but it'll be you'll notice it. So make sure you guys got the O-rings back in place on this cover. Last bolt right here. There's the old filter. So you guys can see there's an O-ring, an O-ring, and an O-ring. So make sure those are in place. And then you have this one. This one usually never pops out. But just make sure if they look crappy, you may want to change them. I change them every so often. We'll clean this up a little bit. Alright, so let's go ahead and get our nice high filter oil filter installed. As you can see, nice and fresh. We'll pop that on the cover and then put this back in place and get your bolts going. And once we get these done and tightened, we'll go and reinstall the drain plug bolts, the front and the side, put those in, and then we can add our engine oil in. So those are nice and tight. We can clean up because there's a little bit of oil in here, so you guys want to clean that up. It'll get cleaned up a little better on the next wash. Alright, so let's go to the other side and reinstall our drain bolts. Alright, so make sure that the copper O-ring is on these. See that right there? Sometimes those can fall off too, but usually they stick to the engine cases or the bolt. Otherwise you'll have a leak on that. Snug that one up. Alright, then we get the one on the side. Snug this one up. Clean, there's a little bit of oil up there. It's going to be tough to get to. It'll come out eventually. But it's just the way it is when you don't remove the skid plate. You make not a horrible mess, but you'll have a little bit of oil in there. It'll come out. It'll just drip in the back. So, all right, guys, let's add our oil in. You remove the dipstick. Get a funnel of your liking. Highly recommend this fantastic blood racing lubricant. Stuff is really good, especially guys with my Recluse clutch. It's worked very. You guys can see the red oil. That's pretty cool. All right, see what we got there. That's about another 250. Which with that clear JLS Motorsports oil cover, it definitely looks pretty cool. You can see it in there circulating. And I have to say, the biggest thing I noticed about this oil is it not breaking down as fast as some of the other oils I've used in the past, which I won't mention names, but some of the other oils I've used, even after one ride, I mean, the oil is broken down so bad, so dirty, super thin. So this oil really holds up, guys, even with the heat. I mean, I can go, normally after a race I change the oil, but on this practice bike I can go 2, 3, 4 rides and then change it. I think I think the manual recommends 10 hours, but I usually go quick. I usually go sooner than that. Usually, I don't know, 3 or 4 rides, so maybe between 6 and 8 hours, or if it's a race, depending on the race conditions, maybe every other race I'll change it, but if it's a pretty nasty mud race, then I'll change it immediately after. So, all right, let's fire this thing up and let her warm up for a minute. All right, that should be good. Let's give it one final check. Oh yeah, I like that. That looks good. All right, guys, you can see she's full. All right, guys, that is a wrap. The oil change is done. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Most of you guys probably have already done this once or twice, and for those of you who maybe have not yet, maybe this video will help you to tackle this on your own. It's very easy, and that's pretty much it, guys. So you know the deal. Please subscribe if you're not yet. Shoot me a like in this video and drop a comment. Drop a comment, guys, because what we're going to do is we're going to pick one random winner. We're going to let this video run for a week, and we're going to give the winner 2 quarts of Blood Racing lubricants and a high flow filter oil filter, so you can tackle this project on your own. Now, guys, this filter is for a YFZ 450, but what I can do is I will supply the oil filter. If you guys have a different quad, I'll get you the correct filter for it. All right, so you guys will be all set. So drop a comment, guys, and good luck. We'll see you guys in the next video.